Okay, I think I can come back now. Also had to unpublish the Twitch VOD, so apologies about that. Yeah, so if you're just coming in, sorry, I was on break for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I might have to take down the Twitch VOD and like re-edit it because of that accident. If you're just coming in, I accidentally displayed my Discord on the stream, which is basically that reveals a bit uh, showing like I was just checking Discord for a second Discord for a second, but I accidentally like pulled up the window as I was doing so, and that reveals what servers I'm a part of, which I don't really want that. I don't want that just out anywhere on the internet. So gonna gonna have to cut that from the YouTube VOD, and probably also like might take down and re-upload the Twitch VOD version of that. So yeah, sorry, the Twitch VOD is also going to be unpublished for a second. Again, sorry about that. That's a mistake on my part. I was a bit too careless, but just don't want. I was gonna say thank you for the raid. Yeah, just don't want the that's information that I don't want available just like where anyone can see it. Okay. Let me actually get back to the game. Okay. Hmm. Okay, let me just take this. All right. Yeah, hope your stream went well, Zami Site. Thank you for the raid. Oh, okay. And make sure I push the right button this time. Thank you very much, Zero. Another concern has been handled thanks to you, and our operations are moving smoothly. I'm now very confident of our success. Right. So, success says, I got bodied, but it was fun. So, let's check to see. Let's go save, and then we'll return here. So, yeah, let me save data here. And yeah, for those just coming in, there was a donation duel that happened in October where one of the games that won, well, there were multiple donation duels that happened in October, and one of the games that won was, one of the games that won was, this game. Well, it was Mega Man 01 and Mega Man 02. So I already beat Mega Man 01 last Tuesday, so I'm continuing Mega Man 02. Or excuse me, I'm starting Mega Man 02 today. Hmm. Here, this should be the last of these first 4 missions. Thank you. Now here are the current missions I'd like to ask of you. In this mission, I'd like you to see supplies. Currently, we're moving at a large amount of troops, but we are a little short on supplies. Therefore, we're thinking about assaulting an enemy transport and seizing their supplies. Okay. Let's go ahead and go. For those just joining, I might have to do a donathon soon, just because due to an issue with my bank account, I have a lot less money than I thought I did, and so it's kind of reaching an emergency situation where I need to get money quickly. I think I've decided on what I'm not exactly sure when that donathon will happen, but it'll likely have to happen before the end of the month. So look out for that. There'll probably also be a bunch of donation goals in place. A lot of which will be ones that y'all will actually be able to influence if we reach those donation goals. There's supplies in this transport train. Watch out for obstructions and seize the train. Okay, sorry, just checking something. Yeah, sorry, I'm just checking something to see. Okay, yeah. Hmm. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, on with the train mission. Oh, I thought those things would actually damage me. Oh, ow. It doesn't look like they damage me, but... Oh, gosh. These things will. Ah, I see we've returned with an old enemy. The spiked wheels. Dang, okay, so let's... Yeah, I thought these things would actually damage me, but no. Oh. Oh, okay, there's just... I made it to the front of one train, but there's several more trains. Okay. And then just to let y'all know what else is happening this stream. So I'm going to try to beat Mega Man Zero 2 this, during this first half of the stream. And then after that, I'll play some more of Final Fantasy 2, which is the next... Which, that's the current Final Fantasy I'm playing as part of First Fantasy. Which is the, that's the event where I'm playing through a bunch of Final Fantasy games for the first time. And then tomorrow, normally this stream would have been on Tuesday, but I had to take an extra day to, like, prepare, to, like, figure things out for the Donathon and apply for a bunch more jobs just because of what happened with my bank account. And then tomorrow I'll be playing, oh wait, actually. Mr. Zero, please listen. Enemy mechanoids are approaching you. Their mission is to retrieve the supplies. Please protect the supplies and defeat the enemies. Oh. So, in addition to... Oh, dang, they got one. Then tomorrow's streams, I'm going to start off tomorrow by playing some Valkyria Chronicles. So I can get a bit farther in that game. And then the second half of tomorrow's stream will be more Order of Ecclesia. And then the second half... Okay, all of Saturday's stream, I'm going to try to stream Valkyria... All of Saturday's stream will be Valkyria Chronicles, so I can try and beat that game. Okay, well, we saved most of the supplies. Alright, let's try... It was... Oh! It's them already. Hey, you! Don't you know that this is Master Hapuia's territory? A minion of the Resistance Force. I shall stop you. Oh, I guess it's boss fight time already. Oh, we're actually fighting them, like, on two different train cars. It looks like we're fighting them on two different train cars, which is cool. That's a cool arena for a boss fight. Like, two trains that are side by side. Okay, I need to heal up. Yeah, I gotta heal up. Alright. No, I can't believe this. Master Hapuia, I'm ashamed I was not good enough. Don't be so hard on yourself. Although I guess you did die. A new form is awakened. The rise form. Well, I guess I'll have to go see what that is. Excellent. We now have enough supplies to launch our all-out attack. The preparations are almost done. And we're going to open the fire shortly. Thank you very much for your support, Zero. We appreciate your continued support. Let me go check on the lab and see what this rise form is. Ah, Zero. You use your weapons well? By the way, I want to tell you one thing that I noticed while watching you. You seem to have a secret potential ability. For example, if you defeat a boss or enemy when your level is high, you will learn how to use their ability. And if you use only busters, the attack power of the bullets will increase. If you defeat many enemies with a shield, your defense power will increase. It seems that there are many more abilities inside you. It's really amazing. You're a Reploid that was created a long time ago, but you have such incredible abilities. Okay, let me actually talk to him again about, see if I can get some information about the rise form. Okay. Oh, form, okay. Your basic form when you begin. Rise form, third slash moves upward. Command the charge attack. Oh, okay, I think... Oh, that explains why he's... Well, okay, that explains why Zero looks different. He had the ultimate form active from the very beginning. Command the charge attack. Okay, yeah, that explains why he looks a bit different, because he's got, So what does Rice form look like? I'm curious. Ooh, okay, so each of the forms give different colors. That's cool. I guess I'll stick with ultimate form. It is the ultimate, after all. Okay, let me just save, and I guess let me just go ahead and go into the next mission. I'm guessing there's going to be a big story mission next, and then after that we'll get the next 4 smaller missions. Oh, what's going on? Alright, open fire, sir. We're waiting for the signal, sir. Well, the time has come. Well, the time has come to launch a massive attack against Neo Arcadia. Or maybe it's best to say that it is time to destroy it once and for all. I'm happy to announce that we are commencing this Operation Righteous Strike. This has been a team effort, but I would especially like to thank the efforts of Zero. Now, ladies and gentlemen, begin! Wait! What is it, Miss Seal? Is this necessary? Do we really have to do this? If we conduct an all-out attack, the casualties will be so high. I'm afraid that's the price we must pay for our future. It's sad. Ciel's research will be completed soon. Once the substitute energy has been developed, Neo Arcadia loses its reason to crack down on us. Will you give us a little more time? Well, that's nothing but a sweet illusion. If a substitute energy is developed, and if we give it to them for free, I don't think Neo Arcadia will show mercy to us. I don't want to agree with him here, but... but... Silence! I apologize for my orders, Miss Seal, but you must follow them. I'm so worried about you Reploids. Is he not a Reploid? About Miss Seal, about the Resistance soldiers. I just want what is the best for you all. All troops, open fire. Engage! All troops, open fire now. Roger. I'm going to the front line to give commands. Transfer me. Preparing to transfer. Don't worry, we can work this out later. And when this is all over, I'd like to... Transfer commencing. Zero, will you follow Commander Alpizo? I've got a very bad feeling. Zero, please, will you watch him? Preparing to transfer. I feel like they're kind of messing with the first game's whole like theme of like a resistance of people who just want to stop being oppressed. Yeah. Thing. They're kind of. It looks like they're kind of doing the thing of. They're kind of doing the issue where it's like, yeah, this other group is being. This other group is being fascist, but this other group is being fascist. But we have to be careful. But we have to be careful that we don't stop the fascists too hard, or else we'll become just as bad. Of course, in this game's particular case, it's not helped by like half of the people, like everyone being a robot. Which that's the ethics around robotics are really generative AI is gonna I feel like even for years to come, generative AI is gonna be generative AI and the problems with it are gonna be affecting the any discussion about robotics. and actual artificial intelligence. Like we're getting one. It's a real shame that one of our any hope for good use of artificial intelligence has kind of been really messed up by us, by so many groups and people and organizations just getting obsessed with one of the worst versions of it they could get obsessed with, or one of the worst versions of it. Oh, it's you again. Okay, there. Okay, another one. Dang, they got so many variations of these guys. Oh jeez, oh gosh, I gosh. Okay. Okay, come on. So I'm guessing the ice one will be after this. Yeah, I think the ice one. Yeah, the ice one will likely be after this one. Right. And okay. Yeah, okay. Got him. Let's go ahead and go on to the next room. Oh, there you are. Oh, since now that I'm behind it, I actually can just attack it without. Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Well, I did get a lot of free damage in there. Is that the... Okay, no, okay. I was wondering if that was the end of the level, but no, okay, we're just continuing on. Oh, hey, guys. So, how have you been? Why are you so late, Zero? I was so bored that we had to retire all the resistance soldiers to pass the time. All that remains is only this inferior ex-Neo Arcadia citizen. Okay, so he is a human. Oh, Zero, I've been waiting for you too long. They were too weak to have fun with. I've wanted to face you. Why don't we have fun together? Stop. You what? Did you come to rescue this Reploid, Zero? Okay, wait, so he is a Reploid. Yeah. Why do you bother? Even if you help him, he won't thank you. And if he lives, even more resistance soldiers are going to perish. I'll save this Reploid. And I won't let any more resistance soldiers perish. How greedy. Can you really do that by yourself? Emergency call for Zero. An unidentified object is rapidly flying toward the resistance base. Return to base immediately. Ooh, can you hear it? The bombardment aircraft is heading for your base with a special bomb. Using bombs is not my style, but all's fair in love and war. Your resistance forces have made a mistake that can't be forgiven. Neo Arcadia, or should I say human society, is not a thing that Reploids can rebel against. If they do, they should be exterminated. Operator, transfer us back to the base. Roger, transfer commencing. Zero. I don't think that justice is destroying resistance forces. But as long as they try to disobey humans, destroying them is my goal. Oh, wait. We have injured. Bring the emergency squad. Yeah, I do think that regardless of how... I do think that one issue with how this game is trying to tell this story, regardless of, like, anything being affected, even, like, absent of anything that's affected by, like, modern events, or current events, is that we don't really get to see any humans. Or what the human part of society is like. Stand by alert, the huge enemy aircraft is approaching. Estimated time of arrival is 10 minutes. Well, except for Dr. Wheel and, like, Mega Man 0, 3, and 4, but... he's not really a good example. I'll take care of it. Ready your shuttle. Roger. Zero's going to intercept it. Prepare our aircraft for launch. I'm coming with you, Zero. I heard that it's carrying a special bomb. I think you could just destroy it. You must neutralize it before you can destroy it. No, it's too dangerous. Zero, you can act brave, but you shouldn't be reckless. You know we have no other choice. Use a portable trans server. I'll let you know when. Oh, yes, let me see the current data. Alright. No, we can't approach any further, or we'll appear on their radar. Zero, once you reach the enemy aircraft, please let me know by activating a portable trans server. Mars Defense, it's German and actually pronounced closer to Dr. Vile. Ah. I should have guessed that. Also, hi, Marziska fan. Welcome in. Well, beans. We might need... Yeah, how am I going to make that jump? Well, not like that. I'm not gonna make it like that. Oh, that's right. It changed my weapons. It changed my weapons back when it reloaded. Okay. No. Alright. Damn it. That's dang it. Okay, so I got it. I'm trying to grab that. Yeah, I'm trying to grab that, but I'm trying to grab that with the chain rod. However, oh my gosh. Okay, so I can't grab that with, I just can't grab the chain rod. Okay. Um, okay, yeah, I just need to wall jump off it. Just need to wall jump onto it. Get close enough and wall jump onto it. Oh. Hmm. Okay then. Oh gosh. Fuck. Oh damn it. No. Like as soon as I made the jump, I realized that I jumped too soon. Oh, gosh dang it. Oh, gosh. I thought the dash jump would get me close enough. That one was just me not jumping that time. I don't know why I didn't jump. I just didn't jump that time. That was also, well, that was me mistime or not realizing, overestimating the ability of the dash jump. I guess maybe just wait until one of them until it comes into view. All right, that'll work. Fuck! Gosh dang it. No, wait. Okay. Oh, that's nowhere near close enough. Yeah, okay. I was too impatient. Alright. Hmm. Alright, so... Okay, out. Hmm. Ow. Hmm. Wait, where do I... Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. This. So I have to wait until that one gets... Okay, I think I need the... Yeah, I think I need the dash jump in order to reach that, but, I have to... I can't really see it until... I can't really see it unless I get to the other end of this thing. No, 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 no. Okay, not close enough. Okay, made that one. That one. Okay, that one's going far away. Okay. No, 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 no! Dang it. Alright. Okay, that time the shots got me out of the air. Yeah, that time the me getting hit by those gunshots stopped my forward momentum, and I just plummeted, so... Alright, there. I made it that time. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. Okay, this is the farthest I've made it so far. No, I think this is that other point. Yeah, this is that point with that really long gap where I can't really see. Oh, jeez. Shit. Hardest Defense, it's a Mega Man game that rewards fast, frenetic play, and this stage requires Castlevania 3 level precision jumps. Yeah, this is a problem I kind of had with the first game, and I think it is also evident a bit here, is that it's not just, okay, both because of the gameplay style, that, like, because of the gameplay style, like, I've got 4 weapons in 1 jump, and this game is asking me to do some really good... Well, I got 4 weapons in 2 jumps, because I have the dash jump. And this section is asking me to be really good at the jump. But really, even more so than, like, in the change of gameplay style, and, like, how this is not exactly suited for it, I think the biggest issue with this stage is really just, like, how the screen size is developed. Because remember, because the way this is designed for, like, a... Oh, okay, I made it. This is designed for, like, a Game Boy Advance screen. So they needed to make the character sprite big enough. They need to make everything just big enough to where you could see it. So that does kind of limit what the screen size is going to look like. And in this case, it means that for a lot of precision jump, a couple of, like, key moments of precision jumping in the first game, and, like, this section in this game, the amount of distance I need to move in order to get a jump that'll let me reach that next area is not the same as the amount of distance. It's like, basically, I can't see the platform I need to jump to and also jump to it. And also get the distance I need to jump to it. For some of these. For most of the times... For other times, it does work really well. Or other times, they make it work. But there are levels in, like, the first and second game where this is an issue. Mario's Defense says 02 is my personal favorite in the sub-series, but this stage is a low point. Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's head down. Ow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be careful about... Oh. Okay, I guess I thought I'd actually need to head up that ladder, but I guess I can just go down here. Ow. Okay, so I actually do need to go. Thankfully, I can kind of damage boost through these. It does mean I take a little damage when I do that, but... Yeah, it does mean I take a little bit of damage when I do that, but it's an option. Okay, this might be where the boss is at. Set the transfer coordinates. Transfer seal here. I'll quickly release the bomb. The device is... it's here. I need 90 seconds to release fuse. Please provide cover for me. Oh, okay, no. I actually do need... okay. Oh, those things appeared fast. Okay, let's just block them with Zero's body. Ow. Ow, ow. Yeah, just block him with Zero's body. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. Dang. Ow. Ow. I finished about half of my analysis. Okay. Oh, thank goodness for healing items. Yeah, thank goodness for the healing items, or I would have died quite some time ago. I know I'm getting hit, but I'm not even trying to dodge the attacks just so that Seal doesn't get hit. Ow, ow, ow. Maybe I'll be done short. Maybe. Rising Defense is the obligatory sword and shield segment. What do you mean sword and shield segment? This isn't Pokemon. Oh. We confirm the fuse has been preparing to transfer. Secure your position. Okay, I guess it's just those two. Position secured. Transfer commencing. Seal, you go ahead. Alright, you follow me quickly. It's an emergency, Zero. Due to air turbulence, the transfer won't work. The storage of the aircraft is broken. Please escape from there. Okay, so... this way? I guess this way, yeah. Ow, okay. So I need to find... okay, nope. Okay, let me try going... down here. Please jump off. Our aircraft is on standby and ready to pick you up. Well, it's a good... thank goodness they just left that... thank goodness they had that hole in there. It was probably caused by us. Oh, hello. Don't expect you could go back easily, Zero. I know if you release the bomb. However, we can still continue our mission if I have the aircraft crash into your base. I am Kuagus Angus. We will become a flaming arrow and crash into your base. This kind of looks almost exactly like the beetle boss from the first Mega Man Zero game. I can't do anything. Oh wait, can I not do anything? Okay. Oh jeez. Oh, that's right, because there's always the Kabuto beetle and the Kuwagata beetle. Or a lot of Japanese stories use a lot of Japanese media uses that dynamic. All right. Oh gosh, I've only got one sub-tank left. Dang it. Okay, I probably need the shield to block some of these attacks. That's gonna kill me. Yep, that kills me. Alright. Let's try this again. Let me equip these two. Oh, these two. So yeah, let me use the Buster and the Shield this time. Sleep says, any cutscene of Sky Fist complete. Fastest I've ever beaten a Trails game. 23 days. Previous record was a 0, which came in exactly 30 days. Jeez, what the heck is with these Trails games? Ow. Well, I just got myself immediately caught by that. But dang. Oh, dang. Does this not work? Oh my... It doesn't cover my legs! The shield is useless! Zero hasn't learned the power of crouch, hasn't learned how to crouch. Oh, dang. Scissors, listen, I got nothing. That's right, you don't. Except the Trails game that except another Trails game that you've beaten. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, so the shield is not really helping me out. Exactly the quality I'm looking for a shield. Projectiles not blocking projectiles. See, Detective Hark says Sleepy is almost caught up to me in games beaten this year. 5? So it says I'm at 24 games. Oh, 24. Okay, I was saying. Was a little off. Also, hi, Detective Heartache. Sleep says, I ain't gonna crack 30 probably. Well, you could if you played through some maybe shorter games. You still got like a month and a half. You still got a month and a half in the year. I mean, that's how I'm getting to 30, is by playing some shorter games. While also playing longer ones. Jeez. Sleep says, what is shorter? Less than 20 hours. I know the concept of playing a game that I know the concept of playing a game that is less than 24 that takes less than 20 hours to beat is a very alien concept to you, Sleepless. But I swear there are games like that. Okay, so this thing, so yeah, that shield just ain't gonna work. So says, I don't think I have anything less than 20 hours installed on my PS5. Tekken? Any of the Soul Calibers? I'm defaulting to fighting games here because I'm defaulting to fighting games here just because that's what I can think of. Mark says, I refuse to believe this because you don't understand things. So I do have Melty Blood. Ow. Oh, you have Grand Blue? Or like, well, one of the Grand Blue games. Maybe not the fighting game. And the actual like Grand Blue gacha game is definitely not that's definitely more than 20 hours. That thing is like an infinite number of hours. So he says, I guess Monopoly technically takes less than 20 hours. That requires you to win Sleepy. Wait, don't you have Ratchet and Clank Rift? Do you still have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart installed on your PS5? Because that's less than 20 hours. Wow. Oh no, dang it. Or any of the Sly. Well, I don't know if you have any of the Sly Cooper games, Sleepless, but those are less than 20 hours. Yeah. Actually, Sly Cooper. Well, Sly Cooper like 2 and 3 are. So I do have Rift Apart installed. Tech for Heart says Sleepy is out here asking to play Baldur's Gate 3 again. He does not understand the concept of time. Gosh, I still haven't beaten Baldur's Gate 3 once. Although I do need to. I'm gonna die. Although I have to before I stream it. It's just, I need... Unemployment is I have a lot less free time in unemployment than I thought I would. So says detectives carried me through 2 campaigns. Well, maybe this next time, you can just, instead of just riding on detective's shoulders, you can just play by yourself. So I do have Kingdom Hearts 1 and Rechain of Memories installed. Those are less than 20 hours. I forget how long Kingdom Hearts 1 is. Isn't Kingdom Hearts 1 like exactly 20 hours? Oh, jeez. And I don't know how long Rechain of Memories is, because that would require me to retain information about Rechain of Memories. And I got more important things to do with my brain than that. So it says Kingdom Hearts 1 is Detective and I can beat it in 6. Dev Heart says employment is ruining my game beating. I mean, I have admittedly been able to beat more games because I've been unemployed. Like, if I do get employed, that means I will be able to do less streams. Well, actually, it's kind of getting to the point where it's kind of getting to the point where I'm gonna probably have to do less streams regardless, because if I have to move in with my parents, that is definitely gonna restrict the amount of streams I'm able to do. Wait, do I have... Okay, I've got this sub-tank here. Marsco fan says, I recently started Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. That, the Zero games, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and Birth by Sleep FF7 Crisis Core. Not to mention the first Final Fantasy Legend. What's with canonical spin-offs on portable systems being so much darker than the console games they spun off of? I don't think that really applies in the case of Final Fantasy, considering some of the subject matter in those games. Ow. Like, Final Fantasy VI had the apocalypse. Like, Final Fantasy IX had, like, an eerily, Final Fantasy IX had an eerily, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to think of good words to describe this while I'm fighting a giant beetle robot. And no, I'm not talking about Beetleborgs. Or Kamen Rider Attack. Well, he's not a Kamen Rider Attack is not a robot. That's just a guy in a bug-themed armor. Yeah, Reach Memories had a eerily disturbing a disturbingly accurate portrayal of wartime not wartime politics, but the politics that go into one country justifying dropping weapons of mass destruction on another. And the game came out only a year before. I think it the game came out only a year before September 11th, if I remember correctly, because I believe Final Fantasy IX came out in the 2000s. Now, as for the Zero games, if you're talking about the Zero games, those being darker than the main subject matter, well, that really depends on the game. At this point, I think there really is no Mega Man side games. Okay, well, there's the Mega Man there's different Mega Man sub-series. Hardick says, I do have to say that I'm also my own worst enemy for game beating. I also play long games. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just... Listen, I'm mocking y'all, but y'all are also free to mock me back, considering I played The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, which has, as of the time of me doing this... Let's just check here. Which is, the 6th most played game on my Switch. I have played it more than Smash Bros. Ultimate. And for a comparison's sake, Trails from Zero took me about 100 hours. Yeah, Trails from Zero was about 100 hours. So, and I mean, yeah, I really can't say anything when I have freaking Super Robot Wars 30 here. Which took me my first playthrough of that was 200 hours. My second playthrough of that was 300 hours. So all in all, I have 500 hours in this game. Which, yeah, that's something to keep in mind when I finally get to Super Robot Wars Y. I will try to do almost every single mission I can. So whenever that happens, that's gonna be a long-ass playthrough. Playthrough is gonna be so long when I get to Super Robot Wars Y. Uh, normally when I try to play games, I avoid using a guide. One of the only ones I do use a guide for is Super Robot Wars, and that's really just because there's one guide site called Akiraizu, which basically has an entire web page. It's a site about multiple different RPG series, but it has specifically for most Super Robot Wars games. Well, for a lot of Super Robot Wars games, it has an entire chart listing out every single stage, what you get in each level, and how each level connects to either. It has a flow chart. And they've already got it updated for Super Robot Wars Y. Marzo fan says Akurasu. It's an LCL Saga wrestler. Ah. Of course it's an Excel Saga reference. Of course it's a reference to a really niche anime. I mean, that's kind of it's exciting. I use it for Super Robot Wars. It also has Disgaea guides, so of course. That is actually how you know that whatever if you are trying to use a guide for something, that's how you know the guide website is gonna like they are masters of their craft. They are good at their craft. If the entire site is like is themed around, um, if the entire site is themed around the game that it is a guide for. Although I do still try to like avoid using guides because I think like playing the game through for the first time, like and getting my own experience of the game without having a guide to like hold my hand through it, without having a guide to like lead me through it is like a better experience. Hmm. Oh shoot. I'm dead. Wait, no, hold on. I have one more subtake left. It's already like 7:30, so I might actually not be beating this game just yet. I did spend quite a bit of time talking about all the announcements from all the game announcements from the state of play and all the stuff that was announced today. I just want to send another apology out to the Ratchet and Clank fans. I don't know how this game prophecy power I have works. I don't know how to manipulate it in my favor. So I'm sorry that after I finally play another Ratchet and Clank game, we get a new Ratchet and Clank game, but it's a mobile game. Sorry about that. If I knew a way to control this, I would. Slim says, I'll do you one better. You know the guide is good when the writer bothers to do something, draw something related to the game and act CR at the beginning of the guide. That's true. That is true. Like I just said, I try to avoid using guides when playing games. However, I sometimes just like if there is a game that I'm playing, like one of these older RPGs, sometimes I just try to find like a guide website, partially just to see like just in case I need it, if there's a part I get to where I can't figure out and I need the help, or but also just because for a lot of these like late 90s, early 2000s RPGs, they always just have a lot of them just have really good guide websites. Like, but you can tell that the people who made it were obsessed with this game. It might also be a holdover from the fact that when I was young and didn't actually have a lot of video games, my main way of actually experiencing video games was through like various video game magazines, which included game guides. Like I actually when I was younger owned more game guides than a games because those were cheaper to get. Those were cheaper to get, and well, they were easier for me to get, and it was easier to convince my parents to let me have them because it was a book and not. Hmm. Right. Yeah, we'll see how far I get by the time 8 p.m. rolls around, but I might have to. I might just switch over to Final Fantasy 2. Oh, okay. I thought I could maybe stand back behind them and attack them whilst they were. Yeah, I thought I could maybe stand back behind them and attack them whilst they were doing that, but no, they just turned around. Curses, they know how to turn around. Slim says, I really like Neo Seeker's guides, especially for older RPGs. Oh. Because they write them without spoilers and generally have everything in the right place to be able to not miss anything in the game. That is true. There are some cases where I've used Neo Seeker's guides and they've been helpful. Like there were a couple of things like a Dragon Quest 11 because there were a couple of things. I'd already played all the way through Dragon Quest 11, so I knew about so I'd experienced the story. And there were a couple of things when I replayed that game on stream. I wanted to do a couple of things differently. And there were a couple of things I needed to check how to get. Like there were a couple of like items and outfits that I needed to check how to get because, it can take a lot of work to get some of those. Actually, you know what? I think that's actually more the case of like I'm willing to use a guide if it's something that's not integral to the game. Like exploring a dungeon or finding items. I'm not or like finding things. I'm generally not willing to do. But if it's like something like outfits in Dragon Quest XI, where those aren't really a gameplay thing or key to the game experience, but they're like just a fun side thing. Those I'm willing to use a guide for. So he says, but Jade's best outfit and he's given to you in the base story. See, the Sleepless, I know you're talking about the Bunny Girl outfit, but the thing is, she has 3 different Bunny Girl outfits. And no, so even then, you are both right, but even in your joke, you are wrong, because her true best outfit is, yes, the Bunny Girl outfit, but it's not the one you're thinking of. It's the one that makes her immortal. It's the one that you get by beating her true best outfit, which I've never even gotten the game, is you have to beat the true secret, like the ultimate secret final boss in Dragon Quest XI, and it gives her basically the blue bunny girl outfit she had in that one side story she has, but it makes her like immediately revive upon death. Slim says, I still like the blue one over the one that makes her immortal. The blue one is the one that makes her immortal. You only have access to it for that side chapter. But if you beat the final secret boss in a Dragon Quest XI, you can get it again for Jade to wear, and it makes her immortal. Where just upon death she will revive instantly. No other character in the game has an outfit like that. By the way, it's only for her. Which is that's really the most Dragon Quest kind of extra reward you can get for beating a secret boss. A bunny suit that makes the character who wears it immortal. So says that implies having to admit Act 3 exists, and I just refuse. Oh jeez. Okay. Oh, okay. Come on. Oh yeah. Just a little reminder. I'm probably gonna have to do a donathon at some point before the end of the month. So any donations are really appreciated right now, especially direct donations, because they'll help me be able to buy food and soap whilst I'm unemployed. But also, well, we'll have that at some point this month, maybe even as early as next week, but I'm not sure. I will have that donathon. I think I've been saying it at the stream, but I think I generally know what I'm going to do for the donathon. I just need to figure out the donation goals. I think I think I could go ahead and say it. What I might end up doing is for the donathon, I might finally play through Bloodborne on stream. And have it kind of similar to Dying for Life, where every donation adds another life, and then I just go until I run out of lives. However, instead of like half of the money donated to charity, it would just be like all donations go towards me. And instead of $2 to add an extra life, because this wouldn't be happening for a charity. Because this wouldn't be happening for a charity, it'd be just to help me out. Instead of $2, adding a life costing $2, I would make it as low as $1. So just every dollar donated adds an extra life. Oh wait. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking right now, because that wouldn't be too difficult to set up. And I think that would be, well, I'm hoping that would be something people would be interested in seeing. I just... Also, I have Bloodborne, so I wouldn't have to get the game. Or I wouldn't have to... Well, I have Bloodborne, which is good because I can't buy any games right now. And yeah, some of those donation goals might just be me fully playing through some of the games that released earlier this year that I wanted to play through, just because I wasn't able to get them. Hooray! I did it. Brother! I'm sorry I failed to avenge you! This is liquid? No, they're beetles. They're beetles, not snakes. They're beetles. The snake guy was earlier in the game. Zero Seal, thank you for intercepting the aircraft. Where's Commander El Piso? Although, if Metal Gear Solid had taken inspiration from Japanese media instead of like more Western spy fiction, I would not. I'm willing to bet that it would be beetles instead of snakes. Like it would be Kabuto beetle and Kuwagata beetle. Susan, I'm glad you understood the joke though, lol. Commander Piso has assigned Seal as the acting commander and took to the field. His current location is unknown. I'll play the message he left behind. Listen. Miss Seal, our operation has failed. You can blame my foolishness. I'm such a fool. I was an errand boy near Arcadia. When I came here, they assigned me as a commander and I failed everyone. I was such a fool. This is all because I didn't have the power. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's doing the gritting teeth. He's doing the gritty teeth and graspy hands pose. I want to be strong. I want to be all-powerful. I want to be the most powerful Reploid ever. I'll destroy Neo Arcadia and all the humans. Then I'll be a true hero. We may be able to track down the history of the transfer that El Piso used. Here they are. The commander must be in one of these locations. Will you follow, locate, and bring the commander back? We must. We must help El Piso. Okay, can I, like, save? Let me try saving. Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, Seal's out there, so can't save, so... Can't save in there, but... Seal, okay. Process data, save. Yeah, I think one issue with how this game is trying to continue the story of Mega Man 01 is it's doing the whole thing that a lot of stories like this make the mistake of doing, which is those fascists may be evil. Those fascists may be evil. But what if we become incredibly destructive in our attempts to stop the fascists? Also just an issue, like something. It may sound odd for me to critique the story of a Game Boy Advance game, but I am of the belief that this is something worth talking about. Also, the thing Seal mentioned earlier, where like if we have a new on the other hand, though, something like mentioned earlier, where Seal's like, if we have an energy source, then surely the Neo Arcadians will stop mistreating us. When it's like we've clearly when it's like history and like nowadays has shown that no, the fascists just want any excuse to like crush anyone they don't like. I know I said this earlier, but it is a little funny that, like, it is a little funny, and it does, I don't know if this takes away from like what the story does, but it does feel a little odd that all the Reploids here who are all the Reploids here who are like the ones that Neo Arcadia is supposed that is hunting are like very humanoid, are very like humanoid looking, and yet all the weird freaks like Burble Heckalot, those are the ones, or the other animal ones. Those are the ones who are the generals in the this army. This must be the ruins of the lost civilization which Neo Arcadia has been administrating. This area is considered to be forbidden land, where even the Neo Arcadian citizens are not allowed to enter. I don't understand why Alpizo went there. Will you go there? Mission commencing. Everyone prepare for the transfer. Also, I'm guessing that Harpui, Fafnir, and Leviathan ain't gonna be the final. Neither of them are gonna be final villains, considering that well, I'm gonna be fighting them. Gonna be fighting them in these missions. Oh, hey, Alpizo. Well, that was easy. We just found him immediately. Zero, nice to see you again. Francisco Fan says, I get your criticism, but the endgame and 03 really changed the context of these events. We will just have to see them. Are you looking for me? Return to the base. What can you do by yourself? Actually, I can do anything and everything, if I obtain a certain thing. I learned about something that makes you invincible once you obtain it. Thanks to these baby elves. You mean the Dark Elf? Yes, I once thought it was something from mythology, but I was wrong. I've come to believe in it. The key to unlock the seal of the Dark Elf is somewhere around here. Let's see who'll find it first. Oh wait, hold on. You found a... Wow, that was really quick. Good job, Zero. Take care of him now. Please. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go here. The one problem with me doing one problem with me doing this stream tonight instead of Tuesday, well, besides the fact that I missed the stream on Tuesday, I had to push this stream back another day just because of all the problems I'm facing. That does mean that I will have to wait to watch the AEW's Blood and Guts event tonight, which was really looking forward to that, or was looking forward to that. I mean, I'll just catch the rewind, or I'll just catch the recording. And yeah, that's actually one of the things I was starting to talk about. Fuck. Oh, okay, no, okay. I thought I was about to fall down a pit. I was starting to talk about this on the last stream, but I just didn't get to it and all the other things that happened with how difficult those missions of Valkyria Chronicles went. But one of the things I have been able to catch up on is AEW wrestling. Which a lot has happened there. It's funny that, like, for just small showings of small showings AEW has done to support, like, important causes, like one of their champions, Brody King, wearing an Abolish ICE shirt, like to the ring, and like the current world champion Hangman Adam Page, like voicing support for Hispanic immigrants. They seem like small things, but it does really make me happy to see them doing that, especially compared to how much of a shit show WWE is being right now. Oh jeez, okay. Oh my gosh. Also, it's like AEW has a lot of good wrestlers. So of course the matches are always good. Like Brody King and Bandito's reign as tag champs. I was not expecting that to be as good as it was. Like they kind of just joined together was champion as a team like right before for only a few matches before, and then like immediate like chemistry between them that showed that they were good wrestlers together. Which that's been helped by AEW has been helped quite a bit by them having a working relationship with CMLL, which is one of the major. They're one of the major lucha promotions in Mexico. And if there's anyone who knows good wrestling, it's if there's anyone who knows how to wrestle good, it's luchadors. Oh dang. Actually, yeah, talking about more about Hangman and Page, I have really been enjoying. Part of the reason I needed to catch up, or like the big reason I needed to catch up on, well, one of the big reasons I needed to catch up on AEW was because around the time John Moxley became champ again, I just kind of stopped watching, just for a couple of. It wasn't like the main thing, but him being as champion again wasn't as his run as champion kind of lost interest for me because it kind of faced the problem that it kind of had the problem where he was champion, like he overstayed his welcome as champion this turn, and people were like actively just hoping that he would lose the belt soon. And I mean, he was the heel champion, so that's kind of like what they're supposed to do. But it's also a case of like it was his fourth reign as champ, so people were hoping for someone else to get the a turn as champion soon, world champion soon. Yeah, Hangman as it's a little funny. Hangman has mostly been fighting other champions as champ right now because I mean he first wrestled Kyle Fletcher, who was another one of the TNT champion, and then now he's currently feuding with Samoa Joe, who is like one of the trios champions. So there is this odd thing of like every champion in AEW is like feuding with other champions. I mean, it's led to some good matches and good feuds. Oh, also Darby Allin in his feud with Death Riders has been a great. It's just the Death Riders as a group is just like that's the group that John Moxley is leader of, and it's basically just like extreme violence sort of wrestlers will just like completely every single member of them will just like interrupt your match, just beat the heck out of you mid fight. And so how Darby fight, and so the right choice that was made was to have Darby basically out Death Rider the Death Rider. Well, he'll be because Darby Allin is like mainly a like hardcore wrestler. Oh jeez, okay, this ain't gonna work. He's mainly a hardcore wrestler, so that means. So in his feud with the Death Riders, he's doing stuff like bringing a flamethrower to the ring, like threatening people with the tasers. Shit, Sleep says, back to work I go. Some buddies are watching Shin Godzilla. I'm interested to rewatch. Have fun. Kaiju movies. The closest thing to wrestling in cinema. It is actually like, gosh, I might have to have an entire section during the Godzilla movie ranking about the similar attitudes between like certain like some kaiju movies in wrestling. Oh hey Tri-Stagger X, welcome in. I'm rambling. You're welcome to the Brawl Kaisers rambling about wrestling portion of the stream. Can I not destroy that one? Ow. Oops. Okay. Ow. Yeah, I'm just gonna run around them. Yeah, like I was saying, Darby Allin's feud with the Death Riders has been great because the Death Riders are such an extreme group, group of wrestlers, And so Darby's answer to like fight back against them has been being even more extreme. Like bringing flamethrowers to the ring, threatening people with tasers. Just uh, jumping members of the Death Riders jumping members of the Death Riders and putting them in body bags, then attaching those body bags to the end of a truck before driving off with it. Like, some wrestlers have like signature like items, like Sting has his baseball bat, or like some of them have like a steel chair. Darby Allin's signature item is kind of becoming his signature like items or signature like tools are becoming a flamethrower and a body bag because he started carrying them with him everywhere. Riders Fan says, "Make me wish there was a good Kaiju Pro Wrestling game." That is a game idea I'd like to make. There is one Kaiju Pro okay, there are like a couple of Kaiju Pro Wrestling games. There is yes, I'm going to ramble about this for a couple minutes. This is important to me. There is the King of the Monsters games, that was made by SNK, because those games star Kaiju and they play like wrestling games. But I think that might just be the first game is only like that, and not the second game. It's been some time since I played those two, but I remember the second, and I'm gonna actually like have to record. I'm gonna actually record footage for them to show when I do the Godzilla movie ranking. But I remember at least one of them is like a wrestling game. There's that, and then there is also the game that is based on an actual wrestling promotion that uses people dressed as kaiju, which is Kaiju Big Battel Fighto Fantasy. Which, Kaiju Big Battel is an indie wrestling promotion based out of New York that is like, they have all the... Wait, I'm fighting El Piso? All the wrestlers dress up as the most bargain bin, just like kaiju costumes you can imagine. One of their mainstay wrestlers is a guy dressed as a can of soup. He's just wearing a giant soup can. That is his outfit, and he wrestles in that. So it is. And they had a video game, but it was a turn-based RPG. Yes, I own it. No, I haven't played it yet. I do have it, but I haven't played it yet. Well, I played a little bit of it, but from what I played of it, the actual combat system wasn't as interesting as you'd hope. It wasn't as interesting as you'd hope from a concept like an indie wrestling company where all the wrestlers dress up as kaiju. Make a turn-based RPG. It's not as interesting as you would hope that would be. Finally, I found the key. Nice try, Zero. That's right. I've gone full evil, maniacally laughing villain now.
Wait. No one can go beyond here, Ribbon. This is an order of Master Harpoonia, Ribbon. Is there someone on the other side of the door? Oh, no, wait, this must be a false alarm. Maybe I have my sensor replaced.
They're adorable. Why do we have to kill this one? They're adorable. Well, I guess they are aiding the fascists, so. Rising Fan says, "Please don't bring up King of the Monsters. SNK had a winning concept and they completely blew it." The subject of kaiju video games, which is, I'm gonna like, oh, he's big now. I'm gonna be showing off a lot of kaiju games, different kaiju video games when I do the Godzilla movie ranking, because that's just gonna be part of it. But dang, there are kaiju video games is such an odd genre because it's very it's a very diverse genre of games. Yeah, it's a very like there's so many games like based around like having kaiju. And if you're wondering what classifies as like a kaiju video game, not just like that means a game where not just like not just that it has giant monsters, but that like a big focus of the game that it has giant monsters. Hmm. But it's such a interesting mix of genres. Or like there's so many different games that classify under kaiju video games. And they all play so wildly differently. Now, if you were to ask me, what the overall best kaiju video game is, this is gonna be an odd answer, but it's easily Shadow of the Colossus. And that may sound like an odd answer, but that really is like the case of like it's not. It really is the case of like a game that not only has giant monsters, but it actually leans more into the serious side of like a lot of kaiju, a lot of kaiju movies. Like the serious side that's present in movies like Godzilla Minus One or the original Godzilla. Instead of leaning into the sillier side, which a lot of kaiju video games do. It's actually Rise of Defense is a kaiju game that understands that kaiju humans are the real monsters. Yeah, the indisputable thing about knowing when a no the indisputable thing about knowing when you've got a kaiju movie with really deep things is that when the movie uses the kaiju to kind of represent to represent a larger than life thing or conflict. And Shadow of Colossus might actually be up there as one of the best. Shadow of Colossus might actually be up there as one of the best kaiju stories in media. Like among not just in video game, not just like the best kaiju video games, but one of the best kaiju stories in fiction. Which is for anyone who was there a long time ago when I first played through the game, you might be surprised by this considering I didn't end up liking the game that much after when I went through my first playthrough. But actually, as part of, I'll go and mention this right now, as part of this preparing for the Godzilla movie ranking, one of the things I've been doing is I've been replaying through Shadow of the Colossus, and I'm actually recording the entire playthrough. So that basically, while I'm doing the Godzilla movie ranking, y'all are gonna actually see me do an entire second playthrough. An entire playthrough that has been recorded of Shadow of the Colossus will also be shown while I'm talking about all these Godzilla movies. And replaying through it off stream to prepare for this actually made me appreciate the game a whole lot more. Probably because I'm a lot more patient with video games, or at least I feel I'm a bit more patient with video games than I am now than I was many years ago. Now, as for the second best kaiju game, we might have to have a serious discussion. We might need to have a serious discussion about that being Gigabash, considering that as of like when it was announced only like a week or two ago, or like at the start of November, Gigabash is now a video game where you can have Godzilla fight Ultraman and fight Gamera. Uh,
Master Harpuia! How can I apologize to Master Harpuia?
Sorry, Frog. Sorry, Frog, but you were helping fascists. You should have taken some. You should have taken some lessons on how to. You should have taken some lessons on how to deal with fascists from the Portland Frog. Oh, Hey, Elpizo. Now, all I have to do is break the seal of the Dark Elf. Then I will be as strong as you, Zero. Or should I say stronger than you? Don't get me wrong, I won't use this power for evil. I do this for world peace. And for Miss Seal.
Me, 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 me. Aunt Shu. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Oh, I thought it was actually like snoring. Sorry, Zero. I didn't expect them to become that strong. X. As long as I'm protecting the seal of the main body, I'm not ready to deal with them. Don't worry. I'll handle it. She is responding to her children, Zero. We have no time. You must find a way to stop El Piso. The Dark Elf. Mission accomplished. Transfer me back.
Roger. Transfer commencing. Mission accomplished. Transfer in progress. The Dark Elf, a key to unlock the seal. Invincible power? I'm not sure. What's Pizzo up to? I believe it's wrong to bring. I believe it's wrong to bring Priest to the power. Please, Zero, stop him.
Okay, it's exactly 8 p.m. right now, and well, it's almost exactly 8 p.m. right now, and I have still quite a few more missions to go in this game. So I don't think I'm gonna beat this game tonight. I'm gonna have to continue this next week. So I'm gonna take a short break, and when I return from break, when I return from break, I will be playing. I'll start up. I'll be continuing Final Fantasy II. So give me just a little bit. Give me just a little bit to return from break, and when I do, yeah, more Final Fantasy II. We'll see how. That'd be interesting time there, considering how dire things were going for me last time I streamed that.